Ooh, Chad, look at that scouting, sliding support on the deck tracker. That's nice. That's new. Yeah, you can slide it
I see you've
with
brought
your It's showing up the sliding I'm doing. Let me. Yeah, it is.
starting the operation. Make haste. Patch you up. Make haste.
Wait, I waited all this time to just to get a freaking. This is unfortunate.
Patch you up. Make haste. Patch you up. Make haste.
This is exciting, chat. 100% win rate, chat. Pretended to DC.
Anduin versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
The light shall bring victory.
Isn't Raza reworked? You're talking about the new Raza. The old Raza is not reworked, right?
I see you've brought gas. Starting the operation.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Patch you up.
I feel like keeping this is reasonable because then I get to play it into their all the arms turn, maybe. I don't know.
I ain't talking.
Shaking us stuff. I should have taken a vacation ages ago. Patch you up.
Come on, shit.
Pretty sure they're super dead here now. I think they're more likely to play a spell next turn, but let's just play this. Kind of ends it, dude.
Patch you up. The spirits rest.
Do you think Mixology is a powerful card? Not really.
Reporting for duty.
Like, it's reasonably powerful. And you have to look at things as not like powerful or not powerful, but like in relation to other cards, right? It's like good enough. You don't build your whole deck around it, right? It's like the neutral, so it can be run a lot of decks. Chat, it's kind of like saying, is mustard a powerful ingredient? You know? Like a solid condiment, right? It's up there. Do you really, if someone said you could never eat mustard again in the rest of your life, would that like be a death sentence? Not really. You'd be fine. You switch to other condiments, you know? Is a foul ingredient. Pretty condiments. Yeah, mustard is like probably my second favorite condiment. My favorite being barbecue sauce, but mustard is calorie free, so. But I could live without it, you know? I'd be fine. I'd adapt.
keep on panning.
Games have been disappointing. Oh, I keep forgetting I want to... There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think, note to self, maybe we don't do Wild Wednesday the day before, but I don't know. I don't know if I would want to play on my rank today, because I don't really feel like pushing for a top 50. But yeah, the last day of the month, there's just not enough games. Feels like, you know? Usually when I play Wild, I play Warlock to get ranks, but popping off Raza. Well, we kind of either just win too easily or we get wrecked too fast.
I see you've brought guests.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's an interesting, like, it highlights an interesting, like, what do people really want? It's kind of interesting that to me, muzzle their magic, blee 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 blee.
Let's see, what do I take?
He's a pirate. I forgot about that. Blah, blah. Does he have a rush now? No.
May the light grant you peace.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you. Predictable.
Predictable. Blah 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 blah.
These texts! I cannot read them.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Do we ever go, this is probably pretty good against the Librims, right? Because they can't play many of them. VR on a Lord of the Rings playlist. Dude, I don't know how I feel about like Signature Curator. I'm not convinced it actually looks good. Kind of just looks weird.
I've got plenty of mojo.
Do not touch.
Maybe it is good. I don't know. Greedy equals bad. That's true, chat. That's what's going on.
Cannot read them.
Like, how can something look good if it didn't cost me, I mean, chat, $60, you know?
I will buy
Well played.
Anduin versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory. Light smiles upon the just.
All right, we're 100% win rate with this deck so far. Every time I add a friend, I get played. Add him? I don't know. I've never seen this person. I don't play Wild. Sorry, Gomez Lord. But I don't know. I have to get to know you better.
Relax your mind.
I can draw Reno Jackson, right? With this jerkwad, that's pretty good.
Relax your mind.
Relax, you blah blah blah.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Ooh, do you ever go to take Inner Rage here? Is that ever better? You also take Backstab, right? Take Backstab, you immediately kill this, right? Then you go this Hero Power. Might be better than Wild Growth, honestly. Good to like control the board here.
Linked together in harmony.
Hmm.
Linked together in harmony.
Ooh, two of those is not very useful. Not gonna lie.
A problem.
They do the same thing. So if I play this, I get to go Reno Jackson on 6, and that's, I feel like, very likely to win.
Come, pray with me.
Relax your mind.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
The shadow engulfs us.
It is wisdom you lack.
Ripping a face here.
Pray with me.
It's bad order. Looks like a bot. They should be attacking face, in my opinion, right? But with a minion, in case they wanted to ping this off, right? But yeah, they had to trade this off for no reason. No, I just go to Reno, dude. So, and then... gee. That was pretty good, chat. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Potential. A world cleansed of evil.
Wait, that's pretty good, right? I can delete their hand here. A world cleansed of blah blah blah.
Too much power.
I mean,
Water.
we know this is a spell, so it doesn't even do anything here. I think they're a bot, which is
Heroes that champion order.
wow, this is a terrible card.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Starting the operation.
Stare into the abyss. I'll see your end.
Spawn, copy lethal, yeah.
Operation.
Wanted to draw Raza here, but...
Those are much more fun to bring.
See, so I can do... This is 10, I have 15 burst here, but not lethal.
The shadow engulfs us.
Do I have lethal now? I think I do have lethal now. Oh, it's definitely lethal with this jerkwad, right? Wait, is it lethal? Let me do the math. Okay. I go spawn. This is 3, this is 5, 5. This jerkwad. Yeah, okay.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Wait, what? Oh, battle cry and inspire. Oh, okay, that's kind of exciting.
Together in harmony.
Man. I haven't lost a game. That's kind of exciting.
Anduin versus Cthulhu!
My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
The light shall bring victory.
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Relax your mind.
Am I getting astral communion here?
Milling stress.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Milling stress.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Stay strong, expedition. Reinforcements on the way.
Wait, son of a... Chad, am I cooked?
Time is fleeting.
I feel like they're not fast enough here. don't worry, don't worry about it, Metro. All right. Anyways, well, that was exciting. The TikTok, so yeah, I was just watching my opponent play Hearthstone. It was great. Okay. It was super exciting.
Anduin versus Arana!
I alone will shield my people.
The light shall bring victory.
I see you've brought guests.
Where did we run this card? What's this card supposed to be good with? Oh, maybe it's you give your 4-drop lifesteal, and then you that's actually kind of interesting. And then you can do like infinite damage. While like, right? That's probably why we run it.
Linked together in harmony.
I'm probably supposed to go ETC Ashbane Elemental, right? I feel like they effed up somewhere. Just a gut feeling here.
Crumble!
Wait, if I go like Razor Scale, doesn't that kind of end them here? I guess they could play the 4-drop, right? But
Prepare to take off.
They will never catch me.
Crumpled!
number one to me.
Sorry, boss.
I don't know if they get screwed by this temporary stuff here. Looks pretty annoying, right?
They will never catch me.
They will never blah blah blah. We have another silence here. That costs 2 mana, so like they're kind of effed here, chat. They going to die. I'm trying to say.
I must withdraw.
Yeah, wild. Be wildin'.
Keep on panning!
Anduin versus Throne.
For Doomhammer!
The light shall bring victory.
I see you've brought guests.
I don't know. Let's how about let's do StarCraft music.
I must consider.
Relax your mind.
Lumberjack EU, let's go, dude.
Linked together in harmony.
Feeling really stress. Wait, son of a... Bro. Wait, what? It's already over, chat. I'm still in it. I have Turn 3, by the way. Son of a resummon, chat.
Let's see, what do I take?
All right, original. If I win this game, we'll be banned. You question mark though? Yeah. Any like that's kind of like saying, you know, you're fired. Like you can't do certain things with a question mark, right? I thought of some other examples, but they're not appropriate. Kappa can like basically if you're not gonna get banned from Twitch, like if Twitch, if you do a Kappa, I have to feel like I am violating Twitch's terms of service if I don't ban you. Like that's the standard, which is a pretty easy standard to make, right? So.
Muzzle their magic.
I should have taken a vacation ages ago.
Look at that. Yeah, I think I'm winning this game, dude. I think we got him, chat. We got ourselves a Shadow Weeper Anduin. Chat, I have a golden Shadow Weeper Anduin, by the way. Man, brings me back. Oh, and I've got him ready to go after they go to Nebula. Let's go, dude. Wait, this jerkwad? Son of a jerk. That second one was terrible.
I will bind you. The light has betrayed me.
Shadow engulfs us. Give me a clue.
Did you guys know this was Highlander Priest was my first legend?
Keep on panning.
Wait, Chad, do you think Original should get banned when we win this game? Or do you think he found some loophole? Wait, what? Wait, what? Alright, this is bad. Bro. I could just slam Amantul here. Like eat these guys. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. Probably should just, I don't know, gotten rid of this jerkwad. They're not gonna have anything left to their deck, so. I probably missed lethal, yeah. It's too hard to calculate. My math isn't good. Like with like these things, this is like a bunch of spells, right? I don't know if I needed to RNG it though. That's the thing. Comes. Wait, what? This is even good. They just lose their whole deck here, right? What is going on here? Holy crap. But they don't have any board space, so like not necessarily good for them, right?
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
I insist. Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Heroes that champion order.
The culprit was not tidy.
Alright, yeah. Chat, if I don't ban original, chat will think I've grown soft, so you gotta go. Don't worry, the mods are soft. They are mods. We don't do. I don't do timeouts in this channel. All right, timeouts are for children. Okay.
Anduin versus Elise.
Everyone
Yeah, dude.
calm.
The light shall bring victory.
Chat, you know, spare the bad, spoil the chatter, right? So that's what they used to say in school.
I see you've brought guests.
I'm watching your streams on the night shift. Happy to hear that. Awesome, Leon. I find it weird like that people find me chill, because I feel like this is a no chill stream. All right, it's constant nonstop action. People getting banned, all sorts of crazy stuff, you know? Be chill and just watch. I gotcha. I don't have to participate. Ah, okay. I wonder why you don't have more viewers. I have great amount of viewers, Leanne. Right now,
Keep on
I mean, we're doing
Together
this
in
is
harmony.
this is wild content, so this is even my normal content. But I've been averaging 1200 this expansion, which is the best I've ever done. And I think the only standard streamer that has more than me right now is Tice. So a lot of BG streamers have more. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So
Shaking a stud.
he's regularly good. I mean, Tice is a Hearthstone legend, #1 tournament winner of all time, incredibly entertaining, incredibly consistent. Right? Guys killed it in multiple dimensions for decades, dude. All right. You know, obviously you're here, so you probably like my content. But you know, somehow taking something away from Tice is the wrong take.
The culprit
Thirsty
was
for more?
not tidy.
Yeah. Still doing well after all these. Enjoy the watch. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's yeah. It's part of Hearthstone's smaller now. I mean, my opinion is the hard thing about this industry is it's very like I've had points where like in my opinion, if you start resting on your laurels, you really have to like always be looking to figure out how can I make the stream better. If you just kind of get this attitude of like, well, this is a good formula, like I'm gonna like this works. I feel like you're kind of accepting the death of your stream. Like you always got to be like finding some new way, in my opinion, to kind of make it better. I don't think I'm dying here, so probably just going at Reno here. But yeah, so what's really hard, I think a lot of players, they start off and they really love it and they're doing it like 2-3 years and they become a big success. And then it's like, do you want to keep doing this? Do you want like to keep, wait, am I dead? Bro, I could have pinged and lived. Oh my god. Whoops. Innovated on the stream? What are things that I've innovated on the stream? I mean, I put the welcome to the crew as a new stream Twitch notification. I'm working on my YouTube right now, trying to get that a little bit better. I feel just sort of working on my streamer persona. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, been doing the same thing for years and making it though. Well, no, it's more like how do you keep it interesting and engaging in your own brain and not just get depressed. Like I have to play this game forever. So I think that's like one of the, so how do you keep this game fun even though like, so I think that's a lot of the art form, which is very difficult. It is just like any other job, Benjo. I think what's interesting is a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people start off doing well in their careers, and then they kind of get bored and they just stagnate, right? But I think, you know, if you get a job as an accountant or something in like industry, think about all the people who are just kind of there because they used to be there. What was I gonna say? I think a lot of people think this is just gonna be, oh, like I'm just gonna be having fun all the time, and I don't have to like work. And then they find out, oh, this is a real job. Like it has tons of difficult things. It's stressful. It's demanding. It's high anxiety. And they all of a sudden it's not just, oh, I was having fun playing video games by myself. Like it becomes something much more difficult. So I think there's like an element of I think, what did I say? So I think people get into that and they think it's just like, oh, it's gonna be a free paycheck, or especially like a lot of poker was like this too, but in the early days of Hearthstone, it was so popular, right? Poker was like that. When you started off, you could make so much money because people were terrible, and Hearthstone's gotten smaller and players have gotten better. So it's tougher to compete, right? You have to improve at like the art form of like both playing and hanging out. So
Anduin versus Lunara.
A new
are you
song
playing Wild?
begins.
It's Wednesday. I didn't feel like playing ladder today. I do have a date, Sandark. I will be ending the stream in about a little more than an hour.
I see you've brought guests.
Pirates away!
Strength withers. Survive.
I'm mad they killed Hunter in Wild. That deck was amazing. I'm trying to remember which Hunter deck you're referring to. Bro. I feel like they would have been better off,
The culprit was not tidy.
Alright, if I play this. Nice you play this on 4, then you can play Reno Jackson on 5, right? That's like a nice, powerful combo. Run 6.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
What if you could change one thing about the game and the devs? I mean, I actually like the way it is right now. It's more, yeah. So, I would just want, I would want the devs to embrace the suffering of their people more. Like that Hearthstone is largely about suffering, and you have to embrace that. That's kind of what I think they should do. You know, when they try to make it like so nobody feels bad, people feel bad anyways, but now they nerfed my favorite deck. So I think more suffering is basically necessary.
I must consider.
Keep on panning.
Shadow engulfs us.
Package tight for treasure transport.
You know, it's the like when they just are like, oh, it feels bad to lose to insert deck. I'm like, all right, you know, what feels good to me. So, you know, like to each their own.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
I think we won.
Predictable.
Maximize profits. Yeah, well, basically, so I remember, I mean, the idea of like maximizing profits, like, okay, like you have to get, in theory, like you should have to make a good game to max like profits. Like if you make a shitty game, no one's gonna play it, right? So, and the idea of like, oh, let's listen to like people say, I don't like this deck, right?
Cleansed of evil.
Other pros mostly say you're built different. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't, it's more like, I don't know, what's it? I changed my play halfway through that. I was gonna, wait, ooh. I decided lifesteal is better than copying this, but so it's try like wait. How much damage do I have? 10 burst here.
Surrender your will to command.
Together in harmony.
Prioritize addiction over fun, food for thought. Well, here's the issue. So let's say I decide I'm going to make a game for the people. All right. I get some investors, right, and we're gonna make a game wholly immersed on like making it fun. Well, you have the issue of one, you make it and then people don't actually find it fun, and then you go broke. But two, you have the issue. This is what actually happens. Once in a while, you get a company like Blizzard, and they make like StarCraft. They make all these amazing hits, right? That are just so immensely fun. Then what happens is somebody comes to the people who own that, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll pay you $10 billion." And then they're like, "Yeah, we'll take that." And then they put a lot more money stuff on it. So it's kind of like, at the end of the day, money always wins, right? You know, Chad, everybody thinks they would make the game that's so immensely fun and they would keep their integrity. But you don't know what it's like to have somebody like with $10 billion being like, here, all you have to do is hand over your game, all right?
Anduin versus Elise.
Everyone stay calm.
The light shall bring victory.
Bellator Dev refused to sell his patent to casinos for billions. Interesting. Once in a while, people do. You know, I know the guy who made Calvin and Hobbes refused to sell out his stuff for stuff because he wanted his art form to last, basically.
Linked together in harmony.
Bill Watterson, yeah. Could have gone Coin Serena there. It might have been better.
Linked together in harmony.
Strength withers, and cruel survive.
Yeah. Retired so young. Wow, he's 66. I assumed he was like I assumed Bill Watterson was like in his 60s when I was a kid. Wow. Got so much life to live. Surprised he didn't keep writing it. I would sell him that cash. I could see myself, okay, Ben from work, legitimately. If I had the major pieces of my life fully taken care of, and like, so let's say I already have like $10 million and I have love, and I have like children and we're all this, I could see myself saying no, like $10 billion, because what am I going to do all day? You know, but if I didn't have my needs met, like even my higher level needs of like home ownership or, you know, stuff like that, I think I would say yes.
Strength withers, and cruel
Is 10 million enough to retire?
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
My point is, like, if I feel very secure, right? Very secure. 10 million is very secure, all right? Let's be fucking real, all right? Like 1 million is quite secure, but it's gonna be hard for me to turn down $10 billion. Like $10 billion. Remember, in this scenario, I probably have something that's worth a lot, right? I'm this, but I could get $10 billion for it, right? And have my on my hands. But if I have 10 million really secure, and I have a 10 billion, like I might prefer. I might have like the George Lucas situation where you're like, you can't do Star Wars forever. You're getting tired, and you sell it, right? Like, I could see something like that, but I think it,
Seeking a stud.
do I ever just ship it face here?
Mercy is for the weak.
This seems pretty good. Like, I don't know. I think of the guy who came up with Minecraft, right? I think of the guy who came up with Minecraft, who had this amazing thing, and like then kind of went off the deep end. And I feel like that's actually a common story of like you lose your sense of purpose, and then you kind of go crazy. Like a sense of purpose is more valuable, but my opinion. But am I effed here? I think I'm effed. Dang it. I guess you're going face. Yeah. So I feel like it happens a lot. These billionaires lose their sense of purpose and then they go crazy.
I must consider.
I'm F tier. Dang.
You have best.
Yeah. You know, and you lose perspective.
Keep
Yeah.
on panning.
I wonder how much of like if Elon's been like too, you know, end of the day, people, oh, Tesla's gonna do worse. Tesla can like lose half its value, and Elon's gonna be richer than all of my chat combined times 100. You know, it's crazy. So it's like, if your purpose is for, so that's what I mean. If I felt I had a sense of purpose from my work, and I felt comfortable on my means of survival. Meaning, like, I feel like I'm very safe on survival, and for those, like, my loved ones, not just me. So if I felt safe there, I could see myself turning down money. If I felt it would, like, you know, I mean, I heard things like Mark Zuckerberg turned down $20 billion for Facebook at one point, and I mean, it ended up being worth way more, right? But like, that's a real thing to turn down, right? What's my most blood chatters exactly?
Some for you.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Some for you.
Good, I'm bluffing here, by the way. I feel like you have to play around the minion play here, right? Punish, chat. Oh, I'm so punished here. Oh, you know what's interesting? They can't even kill this. But they can, but it just hits twice, right? That's interesting. Well, in hindsight, maybe I was supposed to take minion there. Whoopsies.
Some for you.
This is unfortunate. I think I'm F tier. I don't see an out, chat. I don't. I can't even kill these 416s. Yeah. I mean, think about like if you retire, what are you gonna do for the rest of your life? You know. Like, chat, I just, when I have a day off, sometimes I just start going insane. If it's not nice outside. You could move somewhere nice, right? I'd smoke weed and play video games. Like, okay. I think those are great things until you're doing them all day, every day. But I mean, like, what do you want to do? I don't know. Chat, I would keep doing something. I don't know. What's wrong with outside for you? Oh, it's cold out where I live. So. Yeah. Are great in part because of the scarcity of time to get involved with them. What do you mean by that, Andreas? Yeah, I mean, something also like, I don't know, college was great in that like you had all these young people who are exploring life right next to you. Like, college was great in that way. Like once you're in your 30s, like where are you gonna find just people who want to hang out? Like I've known like people who are unemployed in their 30s, and they're like hitting me up, and I'm like, I'm busy, you know. Like it's you know. I also, you have physical hobbies. Like your body can, like if your hobby is like playing baseball, you can't just play baseball all the time. You get tired, you know?
Shadow engulfs us.
Yeah, Chad, there's a refractory period, Walter, right? I can't just be at sex cold all the time, right?
Some for you.
I don't know. I think also just like your sense of identity. Like even when I just feel better about myself, like I just don't like the vision of myself being rich and like not working. It feels pathetic. You know, like unless I earned it like through years of like, but even if I earned like if I did great work for like and I retired at 40, like would I really want that, you know? Is that feeling so I don't know. I remember after college when my health was really bad. Basically, I was playing poker. I was playing video games like online, but I was playing no poker online because I couldn't play many games because of my hands. I was playing poker. I was doing stand-up comedy. And it was like one of the unhappiest times of my life. I had my chronic pain, but I had like no responsibilities, right? I couldn't do a lot of things because of my hands, right? But I could watch as much television as I wanted. You know, and my parents were like, I was living with my parents and they would like let me use their car. But I just had to like pay for gas money, which I could make from poker. In theory, I should be really happy. but I was utterly miserable. Like the worst time of my life.
Here for the door?
Hey, F chat. They're gonna heal all this damage in one turn.
Turn down that racket.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I could see myself in retirement, just working, like doing some sort of
Flesh fails.
working, but like not, you know, in communities or charities or something like that. Like just getting involved in something that's meaningful to me and contributing. Bro, am I effed? Effed? Bad. Big NoHandsGamer here.
You here for the door?
I'm not rich, Mojo, but I was. You turned 4, by the way. I'm so effed here. Guess do I ever take Shadow or Death? I might take Shadow or Death here.
Relax your mind.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Having to work for like 50 years, yeah. I don't. Work feels like okay. Work feels like one of those like fundamental things about human existence. I just that you think like you're wired. So I was saying like this. Like imagine if work wasn't kind of miserable, to some extent. You would just like work all the time. His work is, you know, I feel like that's what David Goggins does. He's just like, I'm just gonna go running all the time. You know? Without that like thing in your brain that says like, is this really worth it? You know? It's like, wait, did I just get lethal? Did. Look at that. Did you ever drink any drunk customers in your previous jobs before Hearthstone? If not, I don't think this is like, I'm happy with my job, but it just more, I want to get like more, I guess, I don't know. like if my life peaks here, I'm not going to be very happy with my life. I need to grow, if that makes sense. So I think there's a lot of that where, but I'm happy where things are right now. So
I will fight with honor.
The light shall bring victory.
full hand's pretty good.
I see you've brought guests.
Yeah. I mean, I do think like if you have a job that gives you no sense of purpose, you need things in your life outside of it that are like make the money worth it. Hello, Maxi. Like if you have a job you hate, you either need to have like an amazing hobby, like amazing family, and or you need like a drug habit, I guess. You know, to be honest. Why you ever do a job that you don't like? Welcome to this thing called not dying. All right. So, food, shelter. You know. Yeah, I don't know. Entertainment. Seems amazing. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Starting the operation.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
I can't shoot.
That's an insane pickup. There's some job you hate. I think there's some truth to that, Kref, but sometimes like I feel like everybody has to do a job they hate at some point in their life. Maybe not your whole life, but I think I'm F tier. I think they got me. This is bad.
Linked together in harmony.
Too bad. Son of a dead shit. Oh god. I'm effed.
You have best.
Oh, that's weird. I've heard the opposite story way more commonly on Rias of people they're so they feel so trapped and then they can't beat their problems, right? And then they like get on a bridge and they jump, and while they're jumping they have this feel like I could have solved these things. I could have figured it out, you know? And we only hear the ones that survive, right? Like how many had that experience as they're dying of like maybe I could have hung in there, you know? Yeah. Literally, yeah. So it's you know, it's I don't know. I kind of have I kind of I don't know. I think almost all of the pain, like when I feel immense pain, part of it always comes from this like feeling of this gift of life that I only have one of it. And it's so valuable. So like it's kind of like, okay, for me, like it's kind of like, oh, if you had $1 million and then you lost half of it, and you decided because you lost half of it, you're so mad, you just burned the other half. That's what it feels like. It's like, well, you still have the other half, right? And maybe you can get the other half back if you know, utilize it. But so, it's amazing. Thank you, Benjo. Yeah. Wasn't it? It's yeah. It is interesting of like on this bitch, yeah, I don't know. Chad, we haven't been playing. Do we switch back to Astral Communion Druid? I kind of want to play some Astral Communion Druid again. We haven't been playing against as many aggro decks.